Dr. James was giving a lost sheep a much-needed haircut when he noticed something strange: bits of cat litter tangled in the wool. That was a first. But what he discovered next made him tear up right there in the barn. Earlier that morning, James had gotten a call from Frank, a farmer who didn't own sheep. One had wandered into his barn, looking lost, with messy, matted wool. Unsure what to do, Frank asked James to come check. Neither expected what came next. "Frank, have you seen this?" James called out, eyes wide. Frank hurried over and gasped. Tangled deep in the wool were 4 tiny kittens. James carefully shaved around them, freeing each one and wrapping them in a warm blanket. "They're just a couple weeks old," Frank noted. He called his wife Sandra to help, then rushed for kitten formula. Meanwhile, James checked the sheep, who was surprisingly healthy despite her condition. The 3 sat feeding the hungry kittens. Yet mysteries remained: how had the sheep survived alone? Why was it carrying kittens? And what had the kittens been eating? Determined to find answers, Frank messaged nearby farmers about the sheep while James contacted his colleagues about missing cats. For now, they focused on keeping the animals safe. The kittens never wanted to be apart from the sheep, curling up against her belly. James offered to take them to his clinic, but Frank and Sandra chose to keep them at the farm, close to the sheep. Next morning, James brought news: a colleague recalled treating a pregnant cat that later vanished. The kitten's coloring and timing matched, but no one knew where the mother had gone. Soon Frank also heard from a farmer named Eric, who'd lost his sheep. When Eric arrived, one look at the spiral mark on her wool confirmed it was his. He described how she vanished during a terrible storm when lightning broke his fence. He searched for days, but she was gone. Now, seeing her alive and with kittens was a shock. Together, they guessed she might have found shelter with the mother cat during the storm. Perhaps, in the chaos, 2 frightened animals huddled together, and the sheep's thick wool became warmth for the cat and her newborns. Somehow, that moment sparked a bond. Back in Frank's barn, James watched the sheep care for the kittens like her own. They played, tumbled, then nestled into her wool. It was a quiet love, simple and real. Experts weighed in, calling it rare cross-species caregiving. Some saw instinct, others survival. Whatever the reason, the connection was undeniable. Still, James wondered, how had the kittens ended up in her wool? Then Eric remembered an old security camera in his barn. To their amazement, the footage revealed everything. On that stormy night, the frightened sheep rushed into the barn. Moments later, the cat appeared, carrying her newborns inside. The sheep stepped closer and tucked the kittens gently into her wool, keeping them warm and safe.